Hey everybody, welcome back. Comp 2 here. This video here is going to introduce you to the very last unit that we have. It's a larger unit. It's going to go all the way from weeks 10 to the last week of class. So it's the largest unit we have. It is, as you can see here, it's not open just yet, but it will be lit up and visible just like this by the time you watch this. So here we are. It's the proposal essay. Let's go ahead and click into that. Go into week 10. And as you can see here for week 10, you need to study this video as well as the instructions. Go back once it's graded. I'm going to try to get this graded as soon as possible. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, they're all graded. But go back and review your call to action essay and the rubric and everything there. And then do week 10. So, which is mainly just brainstorming. Going in and talking about what you would like to do, what type of plan you would like to put forth, or proposal, things like that. So it's kind of just really a brainstorming week with the discussion board there. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the, here it is, the proposal assignment instructions. There it is. It now loads on its own. Here we go. All right, y'all, here we are. All right, so let's talk about this really quick. 1,500 words minimum, and that is a minimum, y'all. You need to be pushing more like 2,000. 6 secondary sources, especially if you're incorporating 6 secondary sources, you definitely need, you're going to be hitting more around 2,000. All right, outline. The 8th rough drafts is going to be same. It's like on the week of the 15th. We'll work that out, and then that next week we will be doing, we may be doing, I don't think we're going to be doing more conferences. Maybe we will. I'll keep you posted on that. But regardless, the final draft is due the Sunday, the 22nd. That's actually week, it's at the very end of week 13, y'all. So it'll be due on the 22nd, right before we go to Thanksgiving break. And that way, what that's going to do, that's going to leave us like the next following week and a half or something to get our, what is considered final exam points, but your portfolio ready. So instead of us having a final exam, I have a video on all this stuff here, but instead of us having a final exam, a formal final exam, you're going to be submitting a portfolio, which is going to be pretty much a copy and paste job of a lot of the work, major work you've done in your writing process and everything to the very end. I have a lot on that, more to come on that. But anyway, we'll be done with this paper by Thanksgiving, and that will leave us the rest of the time in the class to prep up our portfolios. So anyway, here we are. So I've spoken about this in length, especially those that have come to class. I told you all when you did the call to action essay, I highly recommended that you pick something in an area that you like, in a larger area to where you can identify to the reader, hey, we have a problem that we need to address. And here it is. That was the call to action's purpose. And then by the end of the call to action, what you want is your reader to say, okay, we do have a problem in this situation. How do we fix it? Now, your job in the proposal essay is for you to put forth a formal proposal on how to address this problem, whatever problem it was you did in your call to action essay. If you didn't do your call to action essay, you and I need to talk if you're planning on going forward with this. But that's pretty much it. Now, if you feel like start early. That's why I say in the checklist is start reviewing the rubric for your call to action essay after it's graded to see, like, hey, is this something I could really go forward with? I really hope so. That's why I try to set y'all up for this. I don't believe I saw anybody with a paper topic that I didn't think they were going to be able to take this forward with a proposal essay. So I don't think we have that problem this semester. But still, that's what you're going to do. So you say here, choose a current social issue or problem. I highly recommend using the call to action topic to address how to fix it from the standpoint of a field of interest, okay? So, I mean, like, obviously, let's just say you're doing aviation. We have a problem with something in aviation. You're going to try to fix that problem through aviation, glasses. And that's just kind of common sense with that. If you're going in and looking at something that deals with a social situation, a social work situation, you're going to be looking at it through the lenses of social work. So that's all that means there. But what you need to do here, what this assignment is what it's telling you to do is take the issue and the topic that you did the call to action on, and now you're going to put forth the proposal on how to fix it. In a way, you want to think of like in terms of detailed step by step, okay? All right. Here it is. Now, let me talk about your sources here. One thing, and I'm going to give more information about this as we go forward, but one thing you're going to do in this paper is obviously say you're in an introduction, you're going to introduce that this paper is about how to fix it. And then before you go forward, you're going to go back over a review of the literature, which means you're going to kind of give a quicker reminder of what you accomplished in your call to action. And then you're going to move directly into your proposal. Now, I say that you you can still incorporate sources you've used from your last paper into this here, okay? Obviously, they may not all work. It just really kind of depends on what you're going to try to do. And then your proposal will use the rest of the sources to go towards that. So you're going to need, you can use, out of the 6 sources you're going to pick, a couple of them can come from your previous paper, if they work, if they help you. But you need, your new research now needs to go forward to support support the fact that your plan will work, okay? What I mean by that is, like, when we go forward and say, all right, in order to combat homelessness, we need to, I'm making this up, but like I say, we need to have stricter laws on littering. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but just making up. Let's just say that's my claim. All right, at one point, the way to fix homelessness is to have stricter laws on littering. Okay, well, if I want to bring in a source to back that up, maybe I can find something where other places have incorporated or instituted similar attempts, and it has good effects. So my point being is that your sources may not back you up, and I mentioned this before, they may not back you up 100% and say, like, oh, exactly what Mr. Smith is trying to argue, this source says exactly the same thing. That's not the case. So the sources you look for may not 100% say exactly what you're trying to say, but they may have similar outcomes or supporting outcomes by doing similar research, okay? So, like, I can say, well, yeah, I have a way to clean up this situation in my city. New York doesn't have this exact problem, but they did this particular step just like I want to do, and it fixed their problem with something else, So that's the point. You can try to find sources that may not be exactly what you're doing and arguing exactly for your point, but they are things that people have done that have fixed problems or have, oh, this is a great idea, and that's a completely different proposal they did, but I really like that, and I think I can use that in my proposal. I can do that and kind of twist it and make it to where it would fit my problem. So you can definitely do that stuff, and I want to help everybody with that for sure. But just to know that, your sources are not necessarily going to be absolutely perfectly aligned, or at least saying what you're trying to say. And the reason I say that is because I have some students, and I've mentioned this before, that some students will get really panicked because they're like, I can't find sources. And the reason is they're looking for a source that is pretty much echoing exactly their point, is saying exactly what they want to say. And the chances are you're not going to find someone out there who's probably already going to be saying the exact same thing you're saying. And if they are, then you probably need to find a different topic that's a little more novel, something a little more unique, because you're probably parroting something someone else has already been saying a lot. So the point is that you're not going to find sources that are going to be exactly perfectly stating your argument, or stating or revealing perfect steps in your proposal. And that's your job as an author. You're going to have to say, all right, this is the way I think we need to fix it. We have seen similar techniques have good, benefit, or, good results. So I think those techniques, according to these sources, will work in my proposal. You see what I did there? I didn't say that they were exactly the same thing. I didn't say that they were dealing with the same situation. I said they were similar techniques that I, as the author of this proposal, believe they could really work in my proposal, in my unique situation. So that's what you really kind of have to think about when you go forward. In sources, it's kind of the same thing. I want you to dig around in the database as much as possible. Here, something that's really going to be helpful is like when you're looking for ways, like certain things people have done to help fix certain other problems, newspapers may really, really be helpful here. So really looking at newspapers when it comes to newspaper websites when it comes to this paper. Because it might be something like, this new law that was instituted in Los Angeles has already had this kind of effect. That, when that stuff's put out real fast, it comes out through newspapers. So newspapers can be a really good place to work in here. But still, I would like you to get, at least one from just like last time, at least one from the database. Limit how many websites you can get. Kind of consider that type of stuff too. And if you have any questions, I want to help you with that as well. Peer reviews are going to work exactly the same. That's pretty much it, y'all. So, and I've discussed this before. You're going to go forward now with taking, you're going to, go in, taking the point, the problem that you had in the call to action, and now you're going to go forth and give us the way to fix it. Now is when you show us how to fix or address that problem, okay? Other than that, y'all, that's pretty much it here. When we go back to week 10, you've got your, follow your checklist, and it's really right now it's a brainstorming. You've already got your topic, or you should if you did your call to action. You already got your topic, you already got the issue. What you need to start doing now is start brainstorming on how you feel like you can put, or what your proposed way to fix it is. So if we've got a problem with A, B, or C, you need to tell us what would be your plan. And I've told people like this before too. Imagine that I'm the boss of this one particular company that's dealing with your topic, and you work for me, okay? And you come in and you've just convinced me that we have a problem in our company with whatever it is your paper just said. I would then tell you, okay, I would like you to go write me a proposed process of how to fix this situation. All right, go. And that's it. Now you have to go back and find a way to fix it to report it back to your boss in order to get this thing fixed. So imagine that your plan is what's actually going to be used to fix this. So go back, start brainstorming right now. All right, what are some good ways that I think that we can start to think about fixing this problem, okay? All right, y'all. That's just the introduction for this week 10 for the Unit 3 proposal essay. Start there, brainstorm, and I will see you later. Thank you.